Alright, now that we're done with Zomari, we can move on to everybody's favorite pussy. Of course, going off the title and the thumbnail, you guys should be able to tell that we're talking about Grimmjow Jaggerjacks. But before we get into this, I want to go ahead and plug two things in the description for you guys. The first of these would be my Discord, which you can come in there to debate me on any of the things you might disagree with in this video or any of my previous videos that I've done, but it's not all about debating. You can also just come in there and chill and hang out, of course, because I don't even like to debate 24/7 because it would get pretty old pretty fast. But also, I have a straw poll linked in the description for a Fate series that I want to go ahead and bring to the channel, where I'm going to be covering one servant per, class. And I want to let you guys choose which servant I cover per class. So I've linked a straw poll in the description for you guys to go there and vote. The first class I'm going to be covering is Sabre, and of course I only have anime options because if I was including game options there would be a ridiculous amount of servants to cover. But if you're only here for Bleach content, don't worry, I'm going to be kind of spacing out the Fate content about like a 3-to-1 ratio, so like there'll be 3 Bleach videos and there'll be 1 Fate video, so it's not intruding too much on, the Bleach content. But I really like the Fate series and I want to bring it to the channel, and this is going to be the way that I kind of test the waters. Also, it's going to be like 1 to 2 weeks down the road before I even do the first Fate video. I'm just kind of throwing this out there to see how you guys respond. But with all that being said, let me go ahead and get right into how powerful is Grimmjow Jaggerjacks. So there's one feat that happens during Grimmjow and Ichigo's final fight that I never see anybody bring up to scale the two, and that is that base Grimmjow fires a Grand Seto at Ichigo, and Ichigo holifies and is able to completely negate the Grand Seto, like just completely dissipates it. And the Grand Seto is stated by Ukiura alongside the release of Espadas 1 through 4 to be fully capable of destroying Las Noches. So Ichigo's able to negate this Grand Seto that can destroy Las Noches, and Grimmjow in his Resurrection is capable of fighting this Ichigo. So you could say that the masked Ichigo and Grimmjow are both country level. However, I can see that some people might see this as maybe wank or just a ridiculous highball, so I'll go ahead and do a traditional, scale, Ichigo from the Soul Society arc to the Hueco Mundo arc. But I just wanted to bring this up because I never see anybody mention this, and I have no idea why nobody's bringing this up. So if you want a more traditional scale for Ichigo and Grimmjow, basically the difference between Bankai Ichigo in the Soul Society arc and Bankai Ichigo in the Hueco Mundo arc is about that of 10 times. This is because Bankai Ichigo is complete fodder to base Grimmjow, like right after the Soul Society arc. Then he holifies and is able to actually put Grimmjow on the defensive. And then in their third and final fight, Bankai Ichigo is actually relative to base Grimmjow, if not just a little weaker, but they're still pretty relative to one another. So this pretty much implies that Bankai Ichigo is budding on becoming about as powerful as his previously holified self, which would mean that he became about 10 times stronger to be able to fight base Grimmjow, and we can of course scale this to find out how powerful base Grimmjow is. If you recall the video I did on Bankai Ichigo, you'd remember that I said Bankai Ichigo is a bare minimum town level to actually being large town level, because Toshido is the one that has the feat that makes him town level, and he's actually weaker than Byakuya and Ichigo, so you could actually scale them up to being large town level. So if you multiply that by 10 to represent, the difference between the Soul Society arc and the Hueco Mundo arc, you'd have base Grimmjow and Bankai Ichigo coming out to being around city level. If you did another times 10 to represent Grimmjow's Resurrection and Ichigo's holification, you would actually have them coming out to being around large city level to low end mountain level. Then you have speed, which is even easier to do because you can just oversimplify it and say that Bankai Ichigo is just dead on the speed of lightning, and if you apply the 10 times increase to represent the difference between arcs, you would have Bankai Ichigo and base Grimmjow coming out to being 10 times the speed of lightning. You add another 10 times increase to represent Grimmjow's Resurrection and Ichigo's holification, and you'd have them both coming out to being 100 times the speed of lightning. And before anyone tries to claim that I'm saying that Sailaporo is faster than Grimmjow, please realize that I am lowballing how fast Ichigo is in the Soul Society arc by saying that he's just the speed of lightning, and also realize that I'm lowballing the multiplier for holification because it's actually likely much higher than Bankai. Again, that's just an argument for another day, but I feel like I need to address this because otherwise someone's going to be like, well, Bleach Hub is saying that Sailaporo is 117 times the speed of lightning, and that means Grimmjow is slower than Sailaporo, and they have a real edgy comment, dude, so I gotta go ahead and nip that in the butt real quick. As far as abilities go, Grimmjow really doesn't have anything notable. He's got the Gran Seto, which I touched on earlier on in this video. He's got the shoulder cannons, which, I mean, busted that pillar, and they're just way strong, I guess. There's really nothing notable about them. Same thing for his ultimate technique, Descaron. I even tore through the data books to see if they had something to say about Descaron, because the manga just says, oh, it's my ultimate attack, but the data book is pretty much more of the same, where it's like it's Grimmjow's ultimate attack. He's got 10 blades that he can throw at his opponent, and really nothing else besides that. So Grimmjow is really just raw strength and speed. He does have the standard Arrancar package of abilities like Hierro, Sonido, Pesquisa, Cero, etc., etc. It's just, you're pretty much getting, raw strength and speed with this guy. I'm sorry if I came off just a bit off in this video. Not only did I record most of this at 2:20 in the morning, but I also went running right before that, and my mic was acting up, so I had a lot of issues just compounding on top of me. But I knew if I didn't do it at that time, you guys wouldn't be getting this video today. You'd probably be seeing it like a week and a half, maybe later, because my work schedule is looking real crazy this week. So please leave a like and subscribe. It does help the channel out a great deal. Also, comment down below what your thoughts are. And also, please hit up that Discord and straw poll link that are in the description. It would really mean a lot to me. But with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. And with all that being said, peace late, guys.